The country of Panem is partitioned into 12 areas, governed from the legislative center. As discipline for a bombed revolt, each locale is compelled to choose 2 recognitions, 1 kid and 1 young lady between the ages of 12 and 18, to battle to the passing in the yearly Craven Games until there is just a single survivor. 16-year-old Katniss Everdeen of Locale 12 workers to take her more youthful sister Primrose's spot in the 74th Appetite Games. She and individual accolade Peeta Mellark are accompanied to the State House by their chaperone Effie and tutor Haymitch Abernathy, the game's just residing victor from Region 12. Haymitch stresses the significance of acquiring supports, as they can give possibly life-saving gifts during the games. While preparing, Katniss notices the professions Marvel, Glimmer, Cato, and Clove, volunteers from the rich areas 1 and 2 who have prepared for the games since the beginning. During a broadcast interview with Caesar Flickerman, Peeta communicates his adoration for Katniss, which she at first sees as an endeavor to draw in supports. She later learns his confirmation is veritable. Toward the beginning of the games, Katniss gets a portion of the provisions set around the cornucopia, a design at the beginning stage, and barely gets away from death. A big part of the 24 recognitions pass on in the underlying scuffle, and just 11, including every one of the 4 professions, endure the principal day. Katniss attempts to avoid the others, yet Seneca Crane, the head game maker, triggers a backwoods fire to drive her towards them. She runs into the vocations, with whom Peeta has apparently united, and escapes up a tree. Peeta encourages the vocations to endure her. The following morning, Katniss notices Rue, Locale 11's young female recognition, concealing in a nearby tree. Morn causes her to notice a home of hereditarily changed venomous wasps. Using a knife, Katniss causes the nest to fall on the careers sleeping below. Glimmer dies, but the others escape. Katniss becomes disoriented from being stung a few times. Peeta returns and tells her to flee. Rue assists Katniss with recuperating, and they become companions and partners. Katniss obliterates the provisions the vocations stored by exploding mines monitoring them, while Rue gives an interruption. Katniss later finds and liberates Regret from a snare, yet Marvel tosses a spear which skewers Rue. Katniss kills him with an arrow. She comforts Rue by singing to her and, after she passes on, embellishes her body with blossoms, setting off an uproar in Region 11. President Coriolanus Snow cautions Crane about the turmoil. Haymitch convinces Crane to change the guidelines to permit 2 champs gave they are from a similar region, proposing that this will mollify general society. After the declaration, Katniss tracks down a seriously injured Peeta. Another declaration guarantees that what every survivor needs the most will be given at the cornucopia the following morning. In spite of Peeta's heartfelt resistance, Katniss leaves to get medication for him, yet she is trapped and overwhelmed by Clove, who brags about Rue's death and prepares to dispatch her. Thresh, District 11's male tribute, overhears and kills Clove. He spares Katniss once, for Rue's sake. The medicine heals Peeta overnight. While chasing after food, Katniss hears a gun go off, flagging a passing. She rushes to Peeta, who has accidentally gathered destructive nightlock berries. They find Foxface, Locale 5's female accolade, harmed by the nightlock she gathered in the wake of watching Peeta. Crane then releases hereditarily altered monsters that kills Tresh, compel Katniss, Peeta, and Cato, the last 3 survivors, to move on to the cornucopia's rooftop. Cato gets Peeta in a wrestling hold and uses him as a human safeguard against Katniss' bow. Peeta coordinates Katniss to shoot Cato's hand, empowering Peeta to toss him to the monsters underneath. Katniss kills him with a bolt to end his affliction. Crane then repudiates the standard change permitting 2 victors to win. Peeta inclinations Katniss to shoot him, yet she persuades him to eat Nightlock together. Not long before they do, Crane hurriedly proclaims them co-victors. Thereafter, Haymitch cautions Katniss that she has made adversaries through these demonstrations of resistance. Snow has Crane secured in a room with Nightlock berries. Haymitch tells Katniss during her last meeting with Caesar she should claim her affection for Peeta, so she's seen as a young lady who carried on for adoration as opposed to beginning in insubordination. Subsequently, President Snow crowns the 2 of them victors of the 74th Craven Games and later get back as legends. Later on, Snow watches both Katniss and Peeta as they are being rooted for in their region. Apparently mulling over their destiny, Snow turns his back and leaves the game control place. If you liked this video and want to see more videos with movie summaries, don't forget to give a like and follow the channel. Luck!